So Simon, you've got this market appraisal and we've had a quick chat about the establishing market value. We've also discussed the pricing strategy. The next thing for you to discuss with the owner is why they should use you to sell their house. Okay, so my suggestion is, first of all, do your research about the previous agent. Find out what they're not doing and how you can help. So first of all, I won't mention the name, but you just told me that they close early on
a Saturday.
What time do they close?
Lunchtime.
Yeah, okay, crazy. It's obviously a busy time, and where you can say that obviously you're available 7 days a week. Yeah. And then check whether they're on Zoopla, on the market, Rightmove. Check their Facebook page if they've got a social media marketing strategy. Check their property brochure. In fact, you've got a copy of it there, but I noticed it wasn't that great. Check their online presence with the advert of that property on Rightmove and see if that can be improved. I mean, especially look at the street view as well on Rightmove, because sometimes agents don't change the street view and that first impression isn't great. So do some research. Don't say anything bad about that agent, but just say what you can do to help improve the marketing. Okay. So the first step is like what I would say to the owner, and this is important, before you start spieling off all the things you can do and how good you are, because there's probably 100 reasons why they should use you to sell their property, but there's probably only 2 or 3 that they're really interested in. So I guess you've got to establish, first of all, what's important to them. So 2 questions I'd be asking them is, what's their experience been like so far with selling their property? And let them talk, and they'll say, oh, the agent never rang me back after the viewing, we didn't like the photos, and they'll tell you the things they weren't happy about, so it gives you an idea of what they want to achieve from their new agent. But you can also ask a direct question. Just say to them, so tell me, what are you looking for from your estate agent? And they'll tell you, they'll say, well, we just want someone who's going to give us be honest with us. They're going to want someone to give us feedback, who's available, who knows the area, who's going to work hard. But once they've given you the answers, then you can sell to those needs. But putting that aside, there's probably 2 or 3 things. In fact, I'm going to probably pick on 5 things that you can say that you can offer and do differently compared to their current agent. So the first thing is video. So most agents are not doing video. So just by doing a video, you'll be ahead of most of the estate agents. And then it's about, and give them some facts and figures, that most people will engage far more with a video and watch a video compared to photography. So one is video. Secondly is social media marketing strategy. And now I mentioned, look at the other estate agents' Facebook page and LinkedIn or Instagram or YouTube channels to see what they're doing. Most are doing very little, or they just stick a picture on Facebook. And I did ask that question to somebody, does your agent have a social media strategy? He said, oh yeah, they put my property on Facebook. And then I said, well, let's have a look at it. And it was literally 1 like. And so just uploading a picture to Facebook isn't a social media marketing strategy. So a social media marketing strategy is establishing who the ideal buyer would be and doing sponsored adverts and paid for advertising campaign to who you feel the ideal buyer would be of that property. And then you can talk to them about, you'll be on your LinkedIn, it'll be on Facebook, it'll be on Instagram, it'll be on YouTube and various other channels and exposure that they're probably not already getting. Talk to them about hashtags and checking in their town or their village. So social media is really important. Direct mail. Now, this property we're talking about is worth between 500,000 and 600,000. I'd be asking them how many people, so who do they think their ideal buyer would be? And you'll probably find that the person buying or would be interested in buying that property is selling another property probably between, I don't know, 300 and 450. And in fact, that one probably needs work. So they might, when it's finished, that might be worth more. So find those and literally get your phone out and go, right, I'll go onto Rightmove now, and we can see that, but within a 10-mile radius, the number of houses that are for sale between 300 and 450,000. See the number, say, those people who are selling at the moment, most of those people are looking to buy another property, and most of them want to buy locally. And some of those people are going to be interested in your property. So I'm going to send a postcard to those people saying, could be a new to the market postcard, or it could be an invitation to an open house.
Yeah.
Which brings me on to my fourth thing, which is open house. And like having an open house strategy works. Give them examples of all the open houses we've done recently, what the asking price was, what the sale price was, and what it actually sold for and the results you've got. How many viewings, so it might be 20 viewings, 5 offers. So open house strategy is another thing. And one thing I haven't mentioned, I meant to mention this one first actually, is preparing their property for sale.
Yep.
So you mentioned it needs a bit of work doing to it. My view is that every property should be prepared to go on the market. So look at what they can do, what you can do together to get that house looking its best. So I call it preparation or presentation, home staging, home styling, interior design. Every property, we must make sure it's looking its best. And so one of the things I can offer you is some advice and help on what to do and what not to do. Because some people think, oh, I'm going to do all these things and get this done, spend a lot of money and it will make absolutely no difference in the sale price. But there's little things that will cost very little that will make a massive difference. So just say once you've agreed to use me to sell your house, we'll do a tour of the house and we'll do a list of all the things we need to get done in readiness before the house goes on the market, so it's looking its best at the open house, and that will maximise the sale price. And it's a bit like if you're selling your car, you might want to get it valeted and polished and cleaned and serviced. Yet people just stick the house on the market and they don't do anything. So literally, there's advice, you hear the advice, declutter and make things the walls neutral and move personal photographs and stuff, but there's a lot more detail, from the curb appeal and preparing the gardens to what the house looks like when you walk in, and appeal to the senses. And that could be, the heat, is the heating on, the sound, if we've got some music in the background, smells, if we've got something that smells nice. So we just say, look, it's all part of marketing. And when you go to see a new homes development, the builders will have a show home, and we want your house to look like a show home. So in summary there, we've got preparing the house to sell. That's something you'll do. You'll do the video, which will give them far more exposure. You'll do a social media marketing campaign, direct mail, all culminating in an open house. Yep. So there's 5 points there. As I say, there's probably 50 things you could say that you do differently, from the hours that you work to the effort you put in. But saying things like, oh, I'm going to offer better service is all a bit vague and everyone says it. Or I'm going to do professional photography. Yeah, everyone should be doing that. I'm going to put it on Rightmove, or so there are lots more things, and we've obviously paid extra for some of the Rightmove banner adverts and stuff like that. But I think as estate agents, you've got to be able to offer something extra, and with the right exposure and presentation and marketing, you'll achieve a better price for that property, and that owner will see that you're different from everyone else and pay you a better fee. So make sure you quote a good fee and then you can provide that great service, which they will get a better result. So I've gone through quite a few things there. Was that useful?
Yeah, really
we'll
useful.
go through it in a bit more detail. Perhaps we'll do some role
bring
play.
some videos back and maybe show some.
That'd be great. Once you've done the video, we'll show everyone what the video's like, and I hope we'll let's assume you win the listing, and then we'll do the open house and we can follow the whole journey. Great. So good luck with the evaluation or market appraisal on Sunday. Thank you.